Hello, welcome to the G.I. Joe New News Classified Reviews. My name is David T. Allen, or if you would like, Super Dave 817. If you would like to see more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button for future videos. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the G.I. Joe New News Classified Review. I am David Allen, or if you would like, Super Dave. I am back from Georgia, Union, Georgia, from Full Circle Toys, and we are here to discuss number 91 of the classified line, and that is Alley Viper, Crimson Alley Viper. So another redeco figure, and so we're going to be getting a lot of redecos over the next 10 or so selections in our series, our video series. And we've been covering the classified line from 00 Snake Eyes all the way up, and now we've reached number 91. We've also done 11 vintage packaged characters and some odds and ends with the Fortnite Snake Eyes and some running variants and so on and so forth. So we do the vintage package every 5 figures. So we started with 40 and we've done every 5 figures. We've done another vintage package character. And then starting with 100, every 10 figures, we will do a 60th anniversary and then a legacy figure after that, because none of the legacy or 60th have numbers. So I'm seeding them into the line plan, where I feel it makes sense the most. So that is where they're going to be. So we are getting very, very close to 100, and we're very, very close to our 200th episode as well. So when we get to that, I hope we can do a combined video for both of those things, and hopefully it'll be really cool. Let's get into the Alley Viper. So I brought over the regular Alley Viper. Now, Alley Viper is more of an urban assault trooper from like the city to prevent different things going on at facilities and stuff like that. It's more of an urban protection type person, kind of like a police officer or like a security type person or what have you. And so they created the Crimson faction, and they brought in the Alley Viper to the Crimson faction. And so that's a really cool paint job there. I like those eyes. Can you see those eyes? Serious eyes in there. Number 91, like I said before. And then we have the target artwork with the QR code to Nowhere. Bobby World, good morning, and thank you for joining us again in the chat. I loved how cool looking the Alley Viper was as a kid, but nowadays I can't imagine where that camouflage is tactical. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about the Alley Viper. The orange tactical version of him, yeah, I guess maybe you could have it in cities or whatever, protecting like extensive enterprises or the Cobra consulate or some big building or what have you, as a security representative or police representative of that facility, that building or whatever. But in a normal use, I don't see it being used. And it seems like Classified has fallen in love with the Alley Viper, because we get a lot of Alley Vipers. There's going to be 2 more Alley Vipers after the Crimson Alley Viper, and that's quite a lot of Alley Vipers. And they haven't even gotten to Alley Viper version 2 yet. So that's even stranger. So, all right. So that's the target artwork and the QR code to nowhere. And then we get the cross sell, and he has pretty much all the same gear, but it has different tampos, different technological little doodads that are added to it. It looks good. I think it's a really good looking deco, I must say. We then have the designations, which should be the same as the previous one, but we will check. Foot soldier. Let's see. There's a little gas canister. Shield. Foot soldier shield. There's a little gas canister, so I'm guessing that's like tear gas training or something like that, because he's an urban assault character. So I'm guessing that's what that is. And then we have the city, environmental specialist urban. So that is his designations for the Crimson Alley Viper. And there you go. And then we have the photography by Shooting the Galaxy, Matt from Shooting the hey, good morning, Clement. Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. We have that artwork from the side, we have the cross sell, and then we have the photography by Shooting the Galaxy, Matt. So then we have that Energon again in the corners here. This was an exclusive to the Walmart exclusive Night Force line. So the exclusive line of Walmart figures are Night Force themed. Some of them are bad guys and villains, so they don't have Night Force on the package, but all the good guys will. 1644. All right. Wow. It's late. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else back there. It just shows the rocks and the caves and the Energon. So it shows that it's part of that theme, that Energon theme. So I'm not sure how they pick these, where they get the ideas for some of these figures, and the thought process behind all of it. But that's what we got. All right, let's get this guy out of the package. Again, first time we're opening all these packages up. Never been opened before. And so here we go. So we'll put this one over here on the side. There. So we have number 91, Cobra, and Crimson Alley Viper. So we'll put that aside over there. And then we have Crimson Alley Viper. So then let's see. So I do believe there was a Crimson Alley Viper in the modern 4-inch time frame. I believe there was a Crimson Alley Viper. Michael Gene Fleming, good morning. Looking at one of the best repaints in G.I. Joe IMO. Yeah, it's really a good. It's a really good figure overall, from what I can tell. I haven't really gotten into it that much, but we will. We will get into it in just a moment here. There you go. Let me get it out of the box. Let's see. There's that artwork again with those creepy eyes in there. So we'll put that aside over there. And then we have the Crimson Alley Viper. All right, so my thigh's a little bit stuck, so I'm not sure. I'm not fond of this. Like, the legs are kind of a little bowed, so I'm like trying to move this thigh to get this to go. There it is. I finally got it. So there you go. There's the Crimson Alley Viper. Looking at it, the deco is pretty good. It has some golds highlights. It's got some brown pouches, blacks, grays, of course, the crimson red that matches all the other crimson. I like the fact that they've got these like stripes. Like if you look at the legs, there's like a stripe there, and then on the arm, there's like a stripe there. And I like the little cobra indentations on the armband there, and on the forehead, that little chevron on the forehead there. So it's pretty much the same figure. It's just redecoed. It looks like all the same points of articulation and all the added stuff. So he's got the sheath up here on his secondary. He's also got another sheath on his right wrist. That's for another knife, and then he's got a gray holster on his leg. That's the same as the right leg holster on the other version of him. Let's see, and looks like all these patches and things are the same on him. It's just like I said, mostly redecoed. So you can see that face printing there with the eyes, like I was talking about in the package. Really, really cool looking eyes there. So he's got pretty much all the same articulation points. He's got the butterflied shoulders. He's got the pinned elbows and pinned knees, double pin elbows and double pin knees. He's got the normal, the new head rocker articulation. He's got the waist and crotch, even though the armor that is there, you can't really tell, but it is the same articulation points. He's got the thigh, he's got the calves articulation, he's got the wrist articulation. I'm wondering if he's going to have the secondary wrist articulation. No, he doesn't have the secondary wrist articulation, so they did not upgrade that. He does have the foot rockers, and he does. Let's see if he has this. Yeah, he has the second ankle articulation, but he doesn't have the second wrist articulation, from what I can tell. Nope, no second wrist articulation. But I like the balance of the deco with the colors. I think it really, it looks good the way that they've got it laid out, adding a little bit of brown and gold and stuff like that to give some different deco hits in there to make it cool, because the vintage one also had some different deco hits, like has that brown sheath there, and some blacks and blues and stuff, and then they made the brown shin guards, whereas this one, the shin guards are all gray. But I like the balance of it. I think it looks really good. Let's get into some of the accessories. I'm guessing almost all these accessories are going to be the same as the vintage one, but we will find out. So we got the usual Cobra Joe package. I'm going to put my other Alley Viper over there. And then we got the Legal and Indicia there. There, let's see. Open that up. That over there. All right, so we have his little package with his shield, it looks like, is in there. We have his backpack. We have his secondary mask cover there. We have two big rifles there. We'll go more into these in just a moment. I just want to get them all out of the package. Then we have this gun that he has on the other one there. And then we have 3 or 4 little things here. I want to make sure I get everything out of the package. Yep. All right, I got everything out of there. So then we'll put all this stuff over here. So let's see. First off, let's put on his secondary face cover. So that's that Tampo that I showed you guys on the package. Oh, Clement, what am I going to do for Christmas? I'll probably just spend time with my family and my loved ones and do a day where we exchange gifts. Mostly we do that on Christmas Day. We exchange gifts. Um, Thank you for asking. And then 610 Yo Joe Daddy, thank you for joining us again. I appreciate it. Joining the chat. What's up, Super Dave? Y'all smash that like button and subscribe. Love the Alley Viper. Love the Crimson sub team. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love the Crimson sub team too. And I really like Alley Vipers as well. Bobby World, Michael Gene Fleming, Clement. Hello, everybody. So then we have that little tampo on the front, that little computer tampo eye that they have on there. And then on the reverse side, there's a little bitty computer scanner thing. So when he looks through that, he can see the outside, but the outside is like more of a grid, like a computer Tron type grid. I'm imagining that's what it would look like with that computer scan thing. I hope you guys were able to see the Tron movie, Ares. I loved it. It was so good. Um, there you go. All right, so then let's get his shield out of his package. We have this shield there. All right, and so we'll put that over there. So according to the shield, it looks like he still has that gray pattern, that striping like he has on the his legs and his arms, and then on the back is a different computer uh, uh, printout from the first one. The first one has that gridding, that Tron gridding, computer Tron looking gridding. So this one has more of a dials and scanner and stuff like that on the inside. So we're going to stick that over here for now. We're going to get his backpack, see if we can get that into his back. Now, based off of what the first one has, it looks like the backpack's identical. It does not look any different from my point of view. So I'm going to stick that on his back. All right, so we got that on there. Let's see if he'll stand up without a stand. No. Yeah, I got him. All right, so we have a bunch of extra rifles. 1 and 2. So I think there are cartridges. Oops, I lost one of those rifles. Invariably, I always drop something, right? All right, so we're going to put one of these cartridges in this rifle here. I don't know if it's the right rifle. Nope. I think this one's a curved rifle. So it's going to go like that. Yeah, like that. So there's one of the cartridges on that rifle. And now this rifle doesn't have one. It's more like a shotgun type rifle. But his big gun, the one that's very similar to his vintage gun, and the first version, I'm going to see if that will go in there and see how that works. Or do I have it right? Yeah, that was right. All right, so I have that cartridge on there like that. So then we have his pistol. He's got that cool urban pistol that looks kind of futuristic. It looks like one of the earlier figures, like the Duke or somebody's pistol from the first few figures. That futuristic pistol goes in that sheath right there on the side of his right leg. So we got that in there. And then he has a knife, a little knife with some black and silver deco on there. So we're going to put that into the sheath on his chest there. So we have that sheath in there. I think, wasn't there a second sheath? Yes, there's a second sheath on his arm, but I'm not entirely sure what that's for. That sheath there, why there's two sheaths there. Let me look at the other figure. So the other figure, the first version, has two knives. So I guess you can use, hey, Lone Dragon, good morning. Thanks for joining the chat. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I guess you can just swap parts and use whatever parts the other one has. So if he has a knife, or maybe you can put this little arrow thing. There's a little teeny arrow that comes with him. And I don't see that arrow on this one. So maybe you could put the arrow in the arm sheath like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of looks like an arrow sticking out of his arm so he could put into one of his weapons. So let me look at this. So this one has a little hole. So if you wanted to, you could put the arrow. So if you had to like do a grappling type situation with the Alley Viper, you could, because there's a little bitty hole here, there in this gun where you can put that. So you can either leave it in the gun or you can put it in that arm slot. And they both have little holes on them. So if you look at that, there's a little hole on the arrow and there's a little hole on the gun. So this is definitely a grappling gun. So I might not use that gun. I'm just going to put that back in his arm. And I'm going to probably use a different gun than the version the first version. So it looks different. But at least the arm looks different because now he has that grappling thing in there for urban assault type stuff. All right. So I think I'm gonna use this gun here that has this cartridge in this hand there, and then I'm going to put the shield in the other arm. I'm going to see if I can switch the hand for that and get that in that arm instead, because I want him to look a little different. There. So there you go. Let's see if I can get this arm on here. I don't know if I'm gonna, because it has the secondary on there, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work because of that secondary. So I'm gonna have to switch this back and put it on this side again. As much as I wanted it on that side, it's not gonna work out for the figure because of the situation with it. So now the first one, you had to take the hand off to get this onto the wrist. The Crimson Alley Viper was supposed to come with two knives, and I might be missing one. Well, that means I got to go back into my package and look at it and see where it is, because I did not getting a second knife. So let me put the shield on him first, and then we will go back and look at the package. Thank you for letting me know, 610 Yojo Daddy. Sometimes you don't know these things until you get these figures open. And remember, it's been whatever amount of years since this figure was released that I have been waiting to open it. And so I did not realize that until now, until you just said that. So it's one of those situations like that. All right, so. All right. I have his hand in there. I have his shield. I have that on his shield. There, like that. And I have that other rifle. I'm going to go and check my package now. I'm going to see if I can get him to stand up without any trouble. Yeah, I'm going to leave his mask up a little bit to give him a little difference. Oops, he didn't stay. And his backpack fell off. Oh, man. Get back on there. Stay. All right, there it is. All right, let's look at this package again and see if there's another knife in here. I don't feel anything else in here. Let me look at the top part of the package. See if it was in that part, maybe. Could have been. No, I don't see that. So, let's see if anything fell. Sometimes things fall. I don't see anything. So, I don't think I got that knife. I appreciate you letting me know, 610 Yojo Daddy, but it doesn't look like I got that second knife with him. There. So I got that one a little bit lower. I put this one a little bit higher to give it a little bit difference in the design. What am I going to do for New Year's? Probably maybe have a New Year's party or something like that. We're jumping a little bit ahead. We're still in October, Clement. I appreciate the thought and asking the question, but we're a little bit early there for Christmas and New Year's. So there you go. There's your Crimson Alley Viper and your regular Alley Viper. Very cool figures, very striking. As per the first one, I love all the layering and stuff like that. It does not have the digital camo. It has these striped patterns on here, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It just gives something a little bit different. So these Alley Vipers are going to be protecting extensive enterprises. So you can see all that cool layering there. You see those pouches, that added detail on those pouches, and the secondaries on the legs, and a lot of the secondary arm parts and everything, and the chest detail and stuff like that. They've really added a lot. I love this backpack. It kind of looks like Tripwire's backpack, with the exception of you can't take all those mines and things off there. It just looks like a regular backpack. That would have been interesting to get some of that stuff for the an urban character like the Alley Viper. But the Alley Viper came out way before Tripwire, so it would have been opposite. I think they would have used the Alley Viper's backpack for Tripwire if they were going to do something with that, because that little circular thing looks like the disc, the little mine disc from Tripwire. But what do you guys think? You think he's pretty cool? I think he's pretty cool. I think they did a really good job with him. Another fine repaint or redeco, whatever you want to call it. Got that big Cobra logo on the front there to match the other one. So we're going to end up with some extra guns. We're going to put the guns in the back, in his weapons crate there. There is... Let me see. There is a little spot on the back. I don't know. Let me see something. I want to see if I can get one of the weapons on his back. And then that'll be one less weapon that we have to deal with. There's a little bitty doodad on the back. I'm going to see if I can put one of the weapons on there and see if it stays. And that'll be one less weapon that we have to worry about. Yeah, that weapon stays on there and that little doodad. So that's cool. So that's one less weapon I have to store in the weapons crate. Most of the accessories are on this figure. I guess I could put another weapon in his other hand. It just wouldn't look right with another weapon in that hand. And I don't think I did it with the vintage one, or not the vintage, the first version. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I didn't put the other one on the back of that one either. So that gives some more differentiation between the two characters, or the two figures, or whatever you want to call it. But they look really cool anyways, regardless. The differences. I use these guys as a subset of the Crimson Guard. They can do special high priority operations in attacking cities, but they primarily do internal security operations uh, with Cobra installations. Yes, Michael Gene Fleming, that sounds really cool and awesome. Um, Go Rouge, hence their involvement in shutting down the Dark Energon crisis that arose in Cobra mining refinement facilities. Oh, okay. Interesting. Um, Universal Toy Collector. Hey, Dave, how are you? Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us again in the chat. And hi to the chat. Thank you very much, Universal Toy Collector. We appreciate it. We just got finished with the Crimson Alley Viper. So it's interesting that we got the Crimson Alley Viper. So almost all the Crimson faction that we've gotten has been before 100. Now we just got revealed this week at MCM London that we're going to be getting a female Crimson Guard. I believe I mentioned something about the female Crimson Guard a while back when we were going over maybe the Viper, Crimson Viper, that it would be cool to get a female Crimson Guard, and we got one. And I'm very happy. The only difference is I wish there was Dr. Nock's head along with that from the comics. And I wish that they somehow could maybe include a bunch of heads. Fred heads, Fred 7, make it look different than the regular Fred, so we can put it on the Armor Cobra Commander. I think that would be a really cool thing to include with the female Crimson Guard to add some accessories to that. But I don't know what the deal is. They must not like comic accurate stuff because they don't seem to be using a lot of the Larry Hama stuff. And in my opinion, none of the sub characters, none of the versions of those characters. I don't know. You like my Crimson T-shirt, Universal Toy Collector? It's because this is a Crimson video. I wore it. I have a lot of different shirts. I always wear this whenever there's some sort of Crimson, or I'll wear my Crimson hoodie or whatever. Thank you very much. So I don't know. I wish there was some way I could figure out why they don't want to use the Freds or the other heads. Dr. Nox's head, she's very big in the comics right now with Larry's story right now. There's also Candy Appel, Dr. Appel's head they could have used. So there's a lot of different heads that are being discluded from the Crimson Guards. And it's a weird thing that they're making a female one, because what do you guys know about the Crimson Guards? So the first Crimson Guard, they used them as the Fred series. So there are different series of Crimson Guards. We've only really gotten to know the Fred series, and now a female version with Dr. Nox. What other series of Crimson Guards do you guys remember? Were there any like African American series or Asian series or Middle Eastern series? What other series do you guys recall? Let me know in the chat. Through the history of G.I. Joe, I don't know any other series. I'm a fairly well versed person in the Crimson Guard, Extensive Enterprises, and the Crimson Twins, and I haven't seen any other series. But I could be mistaken. Maybe around G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 100, maybe Cobra Commander mentions something about other G.I. Joe or Crimson Guard series. I don't recall. I have to do some research, but I don't remember if he said that or not. So I'm curious in the chat if you guys know about any other Crimson Guard series that could have different heads in the continuity, in the lore, in the history of G.I. Joe, Crimson Guard, or the brand. Universal Toy Collector. I'm hosting a 24-hour charity live stream on my channel in March. There will be an Action Force G.I. Joe panel, and I would like you to be on it, Dave. Hey, I would love to do that. If you want me to be involved in any kind of stream or event or whatever, feel free to reach out to me through my messenger, David T. Allen, and I will get back to you. I would love to be involved in that, the Crimson stream, if there is one. Action Force G.I. Joe panel, and I would like you to be on it. Yeah, I would love to. I love Action Force. I have a lot of figures, and I have a lot of the comics and books and things like that. Action Force is really cool. I hope we get more G.I. Joe Action Force related figures. We've gotten Tiger Force, Outback, we've gotten Quarro, we've gotten Glenda, but I think that's all thus far, but I would love to have that. Great. Look forward to it, Universal Toy Joe or Toy Collector. So yeah, I would love to get more Action Force stuff in the brand. I think it's really cool that we've gotten 3 so far, but I think it's very easy to obviously get Gaucho or Jammer, use Stalker and use Gung Ho. That's reuse of those 2 molds would be very, very easy. Maybe do a 2-pack. I don't know how they would release that, like maybe a exclusive or something like that through San Diego Comic-Con or Pulse exclusive or something like that. But I think you could get more characters. Personally, I would like to get I think his name is Sundancer. No, Star Dancer. No, Moon Dancer. I would like to get a Moon Dancer figure. I think Moon Dance is a really cool name and a really cool looking character, and he uses the vintage mold. So I think they could easily do a Moon Dancer as a figure as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, Universal Toy Collector, but yeah. So what was I going to say? So there's your Alley Viper. So again, I would like to get more Crimson characters in the line, and it would be cool. And I'm very happy to get the Crimson female Crimson Guard. We will get a few of those to go with our other Crimson Guards, and I want more heads on there. And then we also got the reveal of Zap and Crazy Legs, their renders, and that will be, those 3 vintage package figures will all be going up November 4th for pre-order. And then we also got name onlys, a couple of new name onlys. We got the Ninja Force Zartan, which is really out of left field. I know a lot of people like that, but a lot of people don't. So that's an interesting one. And then we got Zanya, another Josh Blaylock creation from Devil's Due, G.I. Joe #1, the daughter of Zartan, which is a really cool figure and character in her own right. I will be doing some customs classified tripwire to Blades, Cobra Officer to Hunter, both from Action Force SAS. Oh, awesome. I wouldn't mind you sharing those to me. I would like to see those, Universal Toy Collector. That's awesome. I thank you. Michael Gene Fleming. Pretty sure in the IDW Larry Hama comics, there was some big gathering of Sigis that had multiple series reference. I think coming up on issue 250, but I could be misremembering. Yeah, I understand, Michael Gene Fleming. I'll check that out and see if I see that to get some more reference on that. I can't recall if there was other series. So then the other name only, besides the Zanya and Zartan Ninja Force figure, we got the Sea Devils. I think it's the Sea Devils, right? Sea Devil figure, and I kind of showed you guys on the back of that package, that Target ketchup and mustard. There was a guy in the corner, a diver in the back far corner, and it looked like it was the Sea Devil to me. Is that the right name for him? He has the manta. Is that the right name? I can't remember if I'm remembering that right or not. Yes. So then Universal Toy Collector asked if I'll be getting the new Arctic Assault Hiss. Yes, I will be getting that. That's probably going to go up for a pre-orderable situation sometime in November after Apocalypse is over. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go up sometime early November. Once Apocalypse is out of the way, they'll probably do him. Hi, Bill Lenore. What's up, everybody? You're a new person in our chat. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. So yes, the Arctic Assault hits tank. I'll get my normal 2 of everything. I believe that that's going to go up for pre-order sometime in November. But don't hold me to that. I'm just using logic to figure that out. So I will be getting 2 of those. And so what else? And I already mentioned that the 3 vintage package will go up on November 4th. So then, in the meantime, while I was away, I was in Georgia at Full Circle Toys. I got a couple of things in the mail that I was a little surprised to get as quickly as I got. And one was the Ghost Viper and Dire with dread-inducing responsive energy beasts. Isn't this totally awesome? I was astonished that I got this so quickly. We just ordered this not too long ago from Walmart. It was an exclusive from Walmart, and it came already. It's $170. Look at that artwork on the back, the Shooting the Galaxy photography, figure photography. My God, it just jumps off the art. It is beautiful. I love how they got that skull mask that's inside here. It's right there, that skull mask. And then he's got the normal head with the mask, and then he's got a headset over there. So he's got like 3 different heads, and then that doesn't even include all the hologram heads. He's got a wolf and a snake head in there, different heads, and he's got like some sort of a dragon head. He's got a total, completely new use of the timber mold as a wolf, and then there's a big snake in there that we got, I think, with Serpentor and this gas outfit situation. It looks totally awesome. Look at that artwork. That artwork is so awesome. It is bringing back so much imagination and so much cool stuff with this. I'm absolutely astonished that I got this quick. The figure mold is basically a Viper, with the exception of a couple of gauntlets and the head. But other than that, it's a Viper. It's a Viper mold, so they're reusing that mold. But then on top of that, in September, at the end of September, we were able to order the Police Emergency Service Unit, ESU. So PES legacy figure, and there he is. And he came in as well. I'm a little surprised we got this as fast. I'm going to get 2 extra crystal ball to put illusion heads on, like he's creating multiples of himself, and 2 extra ghost vipers to do the different forms. Wow, yeah, that would be awesome. I bet that's going to look phenomenal if you do some figure photography with that 610 Yojo Daddy. I can't imagine. That's going to look so cool. And it's the perfect figure for Halloween too. And Clement, wowee. Yep. So the police officer as well came, and you can see how stern he looks there in the art, and he doesn't have a number, but we will be placing him in the tens as we go along through the renders, the reviews that we do, and then there's the Shooting the Galaxy photography again. He's eating his coffee, which I think is really funny that they added a coffee, and he's got his radio on his epaulette there like the police officers do. And this has got so much different accessories and stuff. You can really make like 3 different police officers. I almost wish wish there was 2 in here, because with all this accessories, you can make 3 or 4 different police officers. And this can be used for almost every line. Not only G.I. Joe, you could probably use it for Transformers, probably could use it for Marvel Legends, you could probably use it for other stuff like Cops, Street Fighter, you name it. Bill Lenore, Yo Joe Daddy was what's happening. Oh, okay. Saying hello to everybody. I got 2 of those Cops there. Badass. Yes, they really are. I love them. I'm very happy. I plan on getting more. I've got 2 now, and I plan on getting 3 or 4 of these because I want to do a lot of different things with them, with different figures and stuff like that. If I'm able to down the road, we'll see. So what else? Then I got this guy came in the other day as well. My San Diego Comic-Con Serpentor from Super 7, exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con Serpentor. Let's see. Bobby World. I have a Briar Horse RV that I turned into a SWAT bus just for the legacy officer. Wow, Briar Horses are really cool. I saw a lot of those when I was at Full Circle Toys the other day, last week. They had tons of Briar Horse stuff there, so that's really interesting that you mentioned that. So this is the variant, the Serpentor O-Ring Plus variant from San Diego Comic Con that was exclusive from Super 7. So that catches me up on all the Super 7 figures. Now I'm going to be getting the 2 Micronauts that have been announced. That'll be my next 2 Super 7 figures that I get. So I'll let you guys know. So that'll bring the Micronauts up to 4 figures. I hope they do more. I really do. I want more Micronauts. That's a really niche brand that we don't get a lot of, and I would like to get a set of figures and all those figures from that. I hope they keep doing them, but we'll see. It all depends on how the 2 Micronaut figures do. So I think that is everything. So we have another. I don't know if it's a redeco. It's just another reuse character, but it's a character in a different environment. But it's a character that we've already gotten a couple times, and so we're going to be getting that with number 92. So we'll be doing that review coming up. And I hope you guys are watching Sunday afternoons Toy Talk Live with my co-hosts Terry Ruin and Dan Thompson. Every Sunday night, that's already on YouTube. This yesterday's episode. Keep an eye on that. Sean Jones, good morning again. You seem to always come like at the very end. Sorry, Sean Jones, we're at the very end again. But a thank you for joining the chat nevertheless. And thanks for saying hello to everybody and joining us. What else? So I plan on doing an episode of comic centric episode here any day now. It'll be with my co-host from Toy Talk Live, Dan Thompson. So we'll get that all straightened out and situated. We're going to talk about Skybound and all the new news. And so now we're going to be getting a adult animated series for the Skybound Energon universe by Robert Kirkman and his team, which I'm so happy we're getting that. Everybody wants that. You're on the West Coast. So you're a little bit, your time is, my time is different than yours. So if I came on at 10:30, that would have been 7:30 for you. So you just getting up basically at that time. So I understand completely. I try to do these between 9:30 and 10:30 to give people on the West Coast a chance to chime in or get in. We do have like people like Clement and Universal Toy Collector that are from other parts of the world as well. So it's I figure around 10:30, 11 is a good time frame for everybody to join from all the different time periods. So I hope it works for you, and I hope you enjoy this regardless. Sean Jones, thank you again. So yeah, so we're gonna do an episode, a comic book centric, Skybound concentrated episode, and so I would like to talk about the TV series and the possibilities there, and what could possibly happen. So I'm on. Oh, well, that's cool. Uh, that I can keep you occupied while you're driving to work. I appreciate that. I used to watch other YouTubers myself going to work, but I don't anymore. Um, but thank you. That's cool. So I think that covers everything. So I'm very happy we're getting another Crimson. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate your efforts. I appreciate your efforts in joining me as much as you've joined us in the chat all this year, I suppose. And it's very cool. 610 Yojo Daddy, Sean Jones. So like I said at the beginning of this, we're getting very close to that 100 episode. You love me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Clement. You're really cool as well. So we're going to try to coincide the 100 episode review, which will be the HasLab Hiss Tank, with our 200 episode for my channel. So we can get them matched up. We'll pair them together and we'll do the HasLab and all the figures. We'll open all those figures up. So it'll be a huge video with all that going on. And then I will also open up another Street Fighter figure, and it'll be probably Ken that I'll open up for that. And so that's going to be a huge video once we get to that 100 episode or 200 episode video with the 100 classified review HasLab. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up very shortly. We're already on 92 coming up, and so it's going to be very quick. I'm guessing probably next weekend we'll probably do that video. We'll see how things go between now and then. Maybe not. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 more to get through, and if I do a comic one, that should match up perfectly with that 100 and the 200 episode. So I hope all you guys can join me in that, because I've never opened up my HasLab Hiss before. I've kind of looked at it and looked at the box and stuff like that and made sure it was all safe and the box was in good condition, but I've never opened it. So when we get to that, it's going to be the first time, like all these other classifieds, that we're opening that for the first time. And I would love to have all you guys in the video to watch and comment and ask me questions and stuff like that about that. And then we can do a deep dive into Hiss tanks and where the Hiss tank first came from, what the original packaging for the Hiss tank was, and where the comic book and toy appearances as well for those. So I look forward to that. So should be a really fun couple of weeks with a lot of interesting stuff. So I look forward to all the cool things coming up. Michael Gene Fleming, make sure you have plenty of clear working space. It's bigger than you think it is. I bet. I opened my HasLab Sky Striker a while back, and it did take up a lot of space. You're right. So I cleared a lot of things out earlier in the month so I could be prepared, because I knew it was coming up and I wanted to make sure everything was organized. So thank you, Michael G. Fleming. I appreciate your saying that. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for us this episode. We have the Crimson Alley Viper on today's episode, and he's a really cool character. Universal Toy Collector. I've sent you a friend request and on Facebook, Dave. All right. As soon as I'm finished with this, I will go on there and I will approve that Universal Toy Collector. Sorry. Thanks for a great show as always. 610 Yojo Daddy. Thank you guys for being awesome in the chat and respectful and asking cool questions and contributing to the conversation. I appreciate it. So we got a Cobra but he's a Crimson one, so we're going to go with Crimson Guard rules. Bill Lanier, good to discover a new show. Thank you very much. And it's good to discover new members of the chat as well, like yourself. Thank you. All right, so that does it. We'll talk to you guys in the next one.